Um, hello? I remember what I was doing somehow. Don't know how, but I did. Or do. Fuck. There's, Wait, what? Also, the audio levels are wrong. Oh, hey. Nice. I guess this game was caught in the crossfire when my computer suddenly decided that it wanted to be very loud. A moment. That's still fucking, god damn it. Did the settings reset? Oh yeah, no, I just did it all in the thing because there's no master volume. Jesus fucking tape deck jump scare. There we go.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union must have turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Let's
One more
roll.
thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
I know.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
I'm going for the power
Jamais
move.
vu. Derealization.
Uh-huh.
Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
Okay.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear. Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Or the phone line.
Was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
This sounds more like a side thing. I need to take care of my main thing, then I'll get back to this. God damn it.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
What's the
Just
expedition?
some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The water lock, that was broken. Could this be it?
Waterlock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
Probably some technical problem.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect. Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If you see him, let him know. You're here. Wonder if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Tell me more about the rare insect.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but
Ah yes, Phasmatodea, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
I love those things.
Oh yeah. Here comes the interesting.
where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
To be honest, this animal sounds like a cryptid. You wouldn't happen to be searching for some kind of gnome of Jeroma, would you?
Fuck you! Fuck you, Kim! Don't ruin her fun!
I smell pseudoscience, he's thinking. Not a big fan of that.
It's simply elusive. So much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
Establishment. I thought so.
Does it have cool powers? What do you think it's around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping. Of course, most
Only
phasmid
newspaper.
sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in
Yeah.
almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
Okay, so what's so special about the stick bug then?
Dear, I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
That's all for now, ma'am. Ma'am-uloid. Anyways, let's go investigate that funny, fucking construction site or whatever the hell. Find money. Oh god, Kim is phasing. Oh, wait a minute. Pergor. This way. Why am I blue? I don't know. Why are you blue? Dabba-dee, dabba-da. Oh, let me see. Why are you blue? I don't see this blueness you're talking about.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
Just something I had to do.
Personal dynamic has changed a little.
Bruh.
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again.
Right now, the Hardy Boys.
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
Spiritually degrading. You're all part of the
The
union?
Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism.
Race
Finance
heroism.
is an alien concept to the Simonies. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
Why do I have to deal with this shit again? How do I... I think there was an alternate route somewhere. Here we go, yeah. It was the way I was thinking of originally, I'm just stupid. Down, please. Jesus Christ, Kim, what have you been taking? You are going to shift into a different reality. Are you an American Reconstructionalist? I don't know, I don't think so.
Before you is the walrus of a man seated behind a
Jesus.
large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Let's get straight to business. There's a dead body in a tree.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Oh, those are noises coming from his mouth. Sorry, I've been playing Death Stranding again. Oh yeah, Death Stranding good. I enjoy.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois? Alright, take a seat first.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Remain serious, I guess.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
It's absolutely comically
It should be
huge.
sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
You can take your comically large check and shove it up your ass. Wait, you know
Yes,
Gart?
I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Keep it, I'm good.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right.
Motherfucker look like a toe.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Kim?
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Are you kidding me? The chair is killing you.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
So what, men can cry too?
You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to a safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Nah, I'm cause it gets Mr. Dubois. Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Keep sliding. Brian looks like that. Fuck you. I'm melting.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Okay, yeah, we get a dead body down from a tree. I want to talk about the
Oh,
hanging.
of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a
But
butt.
there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Wait, you don't even know about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Why don't you open it
Harry,
yourself?
I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Whose door is
no
it?
one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by
A
weasel?
loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Can't accept this
Of
thing.
course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder. Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake, my sake, and for your gun's sake too.
Yeah.
Yes, we both understand what you meant.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
I'm told you. Involved in the drug
What?
trade.
Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
I am.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
Yeah?
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Why do you call me Mr. Dubois?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's really my name?
God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
My memory's fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Bro.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Where'd you get that folder?
This? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
What kind of cop does it say I am?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
I'm sorry?
Yes. You seem to be. A lot of the time. But right now, there's no reason to be. Let loose a little. Be you. Of course,
Okay.
Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
Are you gonna ask how I got
Am
in?
going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window.
Boy, Brian.
Would you
Don't you
ask
feel
a man
silly?
like that how he
Don't
got
you
into
feel
your container
stupid?
yard?
I understand. I'm a terrifying death machine. You don't have a window?
It was a figure of speech, Harry. Of course I don't have a window. I'm in a container. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I met Joyce.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here. Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martin 8. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
What happened to the previous negotiator?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
You made concessions for the company in the previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
This is so Jack. This is so Jack, honestly. Joyce said the previous union leader version
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
He's Jack maxing right now.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Uh-huh.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your
What's
privacy.
Jack?
Just remember, none
Gaslighting?
of it
He's just
is
gaslighting. Like he's he's making such. He's so slimy. It's just like Jack when he's trying to convince me of something that's not real. I wouldn't know anything about that.
Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
What's in the container outside your
My
office?
dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Attached to the Fazlon crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Looking at your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Can you help me get a dead body
You
from a
might
tree?
have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
You're a community leader. Help your community out.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
Most normal Jack response. You should start streaming again.
Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely, he needs it to be taken down. Please extend him this courtesy. You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet. wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great. Wouldn't want to get stuck in here. Thanks. I was wondering how it was.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Oh, game. Try convincing it open.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here.
Persuade.
If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Persuade the door to open.
And as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind. You attempt to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzle.
You're a real working union man now, Brian. Be proud. I didn't fucking. Binban sees a bottle and is confused. Brian is a true American Reconstructionalist. Can I? There we go. Jesus. Hey, big bitch, help me with the body.
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again. So it
Help with the
was.
body.
You bested me in race combat to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
Forgot that. I never realized that he was just in the background.
There's a but.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it down ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Okay.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
I'm sorry, we can't animate him getting the body from the. Oh! Bro, you okay? You just phased through another dimension for a moment.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Are you? Apparently so.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
You! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Yes, I am an unbelievably corrupt cop, and I am corrupt. I corrupt every opportunity I get. None of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Duh.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
Thank you, Measurehead.
Farewell, ham sandwich. You are a union man from now on.
I'm gonna immediately talk to the fucking guy. I just want to go downstairs, man.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Let's talk about our right to work.
What? Oh, I get it. Thought he mentioned something.
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye.
Why am I thinking about this? I wasn't supposed to.
Do something important.
Or wasn't I supposed to?
Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Want to roll over the first sharp corner?
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant.
This tech talk really rubbing me the right way here.
Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool.
You want to take a closer look?
What's it back in there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
That's what, a 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
A fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
You need to slam it, Kim. Make it more imposing. How about switching to helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
If we're gonna escape solved, maybe we could do it together.
Maybe. Yes, definitely maybe.
And means no.
Okay, let's move.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
I'm sorry. I just have to take a moment to reflect on the fact that she referred to the tree being taken down as porno. Just wanted to let that settle in for a moment.
By the way, kipped is a racial slur.
Total retards use that language like that. Congratulations, Kuno. You just made yourself a retard.
Stop choking, Kuno! The faggot, he's got you in a chokehold!
Kuno's not fucking choking.
Choked you out there. Searching right for using reactionary shit.
Like fuck you did. Kuno's gonna keep saying kipped forever now. Kipped. Shit. The fuck did you want anyway? You got your fuck back down. Now let's talk normal shit.
Oh, now you want a normal conversation, huh?
Yes. Kuno wants a normal conversation. Ask normal shit, please.
I feel like it's like really bad if a character's portrait looks somehow better than their model in this game.
Kuno
Okay, I'm
doesn't
off.
Fucking care.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Beautiful. Falls down.
The measure head has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Okie dokie.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
Do I have someone else for this? A doctor? Do I have someone else to cut his shit open?
It's not about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
Wait, honorary rank of detective?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able, usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is lieutenant detective.
I just feel like I'm a
The
detective.
station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now,
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Where have you? I'm doing the schizo route, aren't I? Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where's that?
Way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
Nothing funny about you. You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
What other question?
Go ahead, Copper.
I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
What do
What's
you
happening?
mean?
Talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions.
Why
You
don't-
fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions so
Because
much?
You're a copperoonie. Look
look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, Copper Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Who killed you?
Loved it, me and Brother Copo. It was love all along.
Only a spoonful. Is my name Rooney?
No. You're no Rooney.
Rooney's not who I am. I'm Harry.
No. You're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
That's not what this says. That confused me.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Okay.
Damn it. This is turning into some sort of mega puzzle. Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone asleep.
Scroll down. Too late now, fuck. There wasn't anything under it though. Apparently. So you can sneak. First,
Come
was
on,
it?
officer.
What is field
You know what a
autopsy?
field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Epui Descent, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Okay. Let's get in there.
Truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
All right.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Brian's shoes are raggedy. I know, I want new shoes. I want his shoes. Okay, where should I take these notes?
In your paperwork, officer, just fill out the field autopsy form.
You're not gonna believe this. I think I lost my paperwork.
Now they only have one paperwork, too.
Officer, what haven't you lost?
I still have my disco trousers.
Yes, barely. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several, actually, but only if it helps move things along.
I'm sorry I lost everything.
Yes, well.
I got an achievement called literally the sorriest cop on earth.
It's okay to cry, Runkari.
It's work off yours right now.
The autopsy form is near the end.
Open the notebook at the field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
That's you.
the corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says,
KK57-0803.0815. Next, NA. Next, NA. Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write 42.
He nods.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Muindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudginess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Fucky fucky!
Uh-huh.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right, fucky. Right, pig's gonna have sex.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Oh, I thought his arm was ripped off for a moment. I was like, wait a minute, that didn't happen.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
None, at least not after the initial examination.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-Delorian burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbat puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
I'm not. I don't want, like, gunk-filled boots.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings To be added
What
to
do you
the
mean,
case
boots
files
with a
as
ghost?
Document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a triggered mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short. Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Mm-hmm.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Right down, but it meant for high velocity.
Ligature mark. Still worry. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
There you got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Yes, I'm Kuno's pig. I agree.
The
For a good
belt
spot.
is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose. After some deliberation,
If that failed, I would have
you
been
sink
fucking
the cutters
pissed.
into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury. Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Extensive
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name? I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia? Nothing does. This was pleasurable. I sincerely thank you for touching my hand. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Uh-huh.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling. I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
No.
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of this story, no.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again.
Nope.
Straight in that
Not again.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Omit
What's
voila.
next on the list? Let's see. We
Injuries.
have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
What's the 4th one for?
Nothing. Just in case. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Right. Next, a dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. Now we put him in a body bag and I drive him to Forborg for processing.
The lieutenant looks at the dead man one more time, then at his notebook, then at the corpse again. You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Take away, let the lieutenant.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen orb. The corpse seems to yawn contentedly, as though it's glad you've run out of steam.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
There's something we're not seeing.
Well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast. Hey,
My fridge.
wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Why, yes, there was.
Now, detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Kim, reality is starting to lag like in one of those video games. Oh wait, no, that's not the right. That's the ice cream maker or some shit.
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge, slowly melting. The power has been cut off.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it's more than big enough and cold enough. Honestly, it's perfect. All we have to do is plug the fridge back in.
Wacky.
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box. A giant electric mammal awakens. The dead body is going to be safe in the embrace of its cold innards.
Great. The owners of this building will just have to keep paying for the electricity sucked up by this monstrosity a little longer. Let's return to the fridge.
Oh, return to the fridge. I'm fucking stupid. Hello, game? Or sometimes this game does not want me to move.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
Of course. I'll take the head, you take the feet. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but we'll manage.
The two of you, easily. The
Let's
body
do it.
is heavier than
Oi! Why is that so loud?
half an hour to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You have created an ice bear sarcophagus. You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Yes, we need to celebrate by performing pagan rites. Let's bring out the mead and set it on fire.
I knew you would say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more. This is paganistic enough, and it does not leave this room.
This isn't police work, Kim. It's art. We're artists, and this is our vision.
If I were an artist, this would certainly not be my vision. I would be much, much more conservative in my work.
He's right. His work would be much more formal.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting. Your arm goes out and your eyes close.
How did I get
as
that?
if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of
Can't believe I did that.
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around. They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in. Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage. The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider.
Mouth
The oral
time.
cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track. The
Play with
tongue
it.
moves freely in the
What?
cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in. A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion collar.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem. The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again, never wake. Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Cavity cover between the
Your
hemispheres.
fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Uh-huh. Wriggle
Your
in.
fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
Odd object under the skull.
Can you get to it?
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Get out.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just
Slowly pull
The
fingers out.
inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize.
I cannot believe this. I know, right?
With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have it?
Of course. You deserve it. Looks like we need to add one more item to your injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth.
What the fuck is an abrasion collar? I guess it's just like the swelling.
Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound? Opinion, fatal injury. And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Ligament mark, the fascia high wound, no treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead. I have had my doubts for a while now, since I saw there were no signs of struggle on his hands, and no claw marks on his neck. There have been other signs too, small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost. There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
Why would anyone do
To
this?
hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
The bullet holes in our answers.
We should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
I don't think I've seen this portrait. Like I've never like looked at it. Like genuinely looked at it other than like a glance.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening. We bag the
What
corpse and
next?
carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day. Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that
Nice.
choice to you. And one more thing.
Goodest of the good cops.
Detective.
I got an achievement.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Try to remove the dead man's boots again. I'm gonna talk to the. Let's talk to the people in that one area. I can't believe I got that. Let's talk to the people in that one area, and then I'll work on some other shit while he goes and gets the what's it. I'm gonna wash up before talking to those people though. And also I'm gonna see if the lady wants her gloves back. I fucking doubt it actually. But like Can I?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your...
I guess I can't wash off my hands.
Let me handle this.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
I mean, a troll. I'm just here to do my job. That's all.
A muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
Ah.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everett sent to law school?
Are you Lizzie Elizabeth Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes.
Oh my fucking god. There's more frogs outside of my window. I forgot to mention the frog that's been making fuck me noises outside the window. Yeah, the frog got fucked, and I was going to try and move it. One day I was gonna try and find the frog and move it to the bigger pond, and I was looking around and I found eggs, so now I can't move it. And it's just gonna sit there and be loud, and it won't stop, and there's more of them now, and there's gonna be even more when they hatch. It's so fucking annoying. Even though she was, what do you mean eat them? I'm not gonna eat them. Also, don't you single word Brian me. I've been in an incredible amount of mental stress because of these frogs. But no, honestly, I find it's weird when I go vertical. The noises become relaxing, but when I'm when I'm horizontal, the fucking I can't think today. I had a 2 a.m. shift. I had like, oh my god, I can't talk. I had a 6 a.m. shift that I was just randomly Does YouTube not send messages with swears? Oh my god, let me see. What the fuck is DVR? I love how fucking annoying it is. Oh, here it is. I know there was yeah, it didn't show on my end. Sorry, one moment. There we go. I found the fucking setting. Here we go. There's the fuck you, Brian. I didn't think you would get that. Did you fuck the frog? No, I didn't fuck the frog. I asked if you fucked the frog, and no, I didn't. And the holy shit. I found it! I found the stupid fucking setting! Now if something gets caught, I can unfuck it. But I need to have a different window open because it's not like baked into Streamlabs. Also, why the fuck is there we go. But yeah, I don't know. When I'm vertical, the frog noises are fucking annoying, but when I'm horizontal, that shit puts me to sleep instantly.
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Easy. He likes to talk a
You
lot.
are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
Did Mr. Everett send you to law school?
I represent the union and these men here. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory.
I want to talk to you, not Titus.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions.
Let's.
I should talk to Titus then. Hello. This. Oh.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Cross
What,
arms.
is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We're looking for Titus Hardy.
You talk about the man named Outback.
This is about him.
What is his
real
voice?
Looker, that won't.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Did you do it?
Pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
I have spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision. Why is there a container belt around the dead man's
Container
neck?
belt, like we use in the harbor?
Yeah, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this
Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
So you confessed to murder?
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
How does the bullet in his head factor into this?
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
It's not post-mortem. Why'd you kill him?
Because he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
That's it?
He stepped out alive.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoi and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
What do you actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Raped.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Yeah, but who did he rape? This is a serious allegation.
You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you, Clint.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Well, the shots.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Don't have to. One of those more composed than the others.
That's for the courts in Le Jardin to decide. Not for the officer making an arrest. Which we all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
Right, like that, no
How many
remorse.
people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary? Prison is a torture. That's what it is.
So is hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
What did
You don't have to keep
happen?
answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How did you know the
Known
victim?
him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
How'd you
We
kill him?
hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The autopsy showed
Where
there
did
were
you
no
get your
butcher
cop
marks.
skills?
His hands
At
were on
the
thigh.
cop
Can you
school?
explain that?
We... Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
We just knock him
My
out.
fucking elbow, Copper. Samurai boxing style.
No.
Samurai boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves, originating from the Samurai Isola. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool.
Well, action take place.
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Titus is
Fuck
solid as
yeah.
a rock, and so are a few others. But
First, tell me who's solid.
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police. This little rat-faced fellow is solid, too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
No.
Having trouble breathing.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
You're not telling me.
And fuck you too, copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Like what, copper?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
You still
A
on
bullet.
about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, copper. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
The hanger's a cover for the shooting.
What I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Or we'll figure it out sooner or later.
Worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture. Of the actors here, you could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it to these guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right, the hardy boys in the mess hall of whirling in rags. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick, Titus Hardy. The one with the bald cap on his head. Is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. Maybe even too easy. 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with a plectrum around his neck. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43. The inked banger, perhaps. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print. 5. Another standard work boot. Reinforced toes. Number 44. Same as before. Either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn. 6. Light as air. Same make of boot, but number 41. Small like a rat. Shanky.
You got this earlier.
Better late than never, detective. The whole world is dark and the tracks burn in it with strange beauty. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Fat Angus. Carrying something? 8. Another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy Boy.
7 sets of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here.
8, actually.
That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
Note to self. This would be a good question to ask Titus. Where's the 8th man?
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy Boy. Wonder who he is. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor? Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Not
we
thoughtfully.
should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent. Light step.
I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy Boy. The one with his front teeth missing. I
Yep.
could still be wrong, but I'm probably not. 200. This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe it was a fat Hardy Boy, the one sitting in the middle.
He might be right.
Ooh.
200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Probably yes. This would also fit with the victim being dead from a previous gunshot wound. They had to carry him, because he could no longer walk. Is there anything else that's noteworthy here?
What do you think the tracks
A
are?
week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Let's talk to them again. And then I'm gonna send him back to his... you know... Actually... I'll let him go now, and then I'm gonna look into some shit.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
All right.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. May they rest in processing. Oh well, in another lifetime.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Wacky. I'm gonna wait to level up some shit. Where am I? Oh. I accidentally pressed caps lock. I didn't know caps lock does that. There we go. Time to wash my dirty body.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid, a few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies.
Bro, just take them out.
You feel nice and lonely, and so tired.
Take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
Linger in the tub a little.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving.
No.
You
Imagine.
see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature. The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting...
20 real. God damn it. Guess I'm going looking for money. And a drummer. Ooh, I know that one guy. There's this one guy who looked cool, like he played something. Was it you?
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
I'm not gonna fucking beg him for money.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Nice enough,
It's
I
by
guess.
a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Maybe I
The
killed the
mercenary,
hangman.
eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course. Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What does that
Was
mean?
an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you
I
kill
am the
him?
murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Thank you. This has been of limited use.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Yeah. He's like, shit, my sign!
Looking for something, Aunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
That's so cool.
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Yeah? Really, you think I'm cool?
You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
You from Sealang?
It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
Apricot Suzerainty?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
Only shithole because of Revachol?
If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me.
Give money.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
I want your money.
Okay. But why, officer?
I don't know. It's just the only thing that could come to ask you. I need money somehow.
Money is very important. You see, I'm an honest entrepreneur. I can't help you if you don't give me a good reason as to why I should. Sorry, detective. Only
Okay.
the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Uh-huh.
Anything for you.
Give money. Mimi, money. Need.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna see if Measurehead will give me money.
Your race descent has temporarily halted.
Nope. Jesus Christ. I'm really afraid of accidentally subscribing to racism. That's not that's something that I didn't expect to say. Can you give me money?
Still here. Stuck, huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The
Hey,
bosses,
who?
man.
That was a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved 4 myself.
Go for me. Oh yeah, let me ask that one guy if he can give me money.
Hola, wandering man. Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such. It's not meant as provocation or ridicule. Right, always glad to help out. We're on the same branch, you and
Fuck yeah.
Not like these slithering scabs.
I'm gonna ask more people for money. And then when I'm out of ideas, I'm going to stop streaming.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to...
What's that magazine she's reading?
What's the magazine you're
this?
reading?
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Fashion police. Not even interested in the magazine. I don't know why I asked about it. Fashion police.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
I bet your hat would take the prize. I feel like that would be a dickhead. It doesn't look like this.
No, I don't think so. Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but... A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Not really. No. I didn't know him at all.
Here you help. I wish I could just ask for a fucking
The
bag.
stands in the corner.
I want to pick up the bottles.
Hello again. How can I help you? Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Do I need any of these? Like, I feel like this would be a bad idea. I don't know which of these things I need. I don't know if I need the bell. The rifle. Fuck it. I don't think I'll need this.
Another time, perhaps.
Fuck,
Hello
I need
How
5
can I
or
help
4 more dollary dues.
Sure. Let me have a look.
Sell my clothes.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I didn't want to do that, but I didn't. Well, let's go pay my shit.
Another time, perhaps.
That was what I was trying to figure out.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. East Delta Commerce Center? This must be the name of the doomed commercial area. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
Okay.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. All you hear is static, but no one answers the call. You ring the doorbell, but you wait for a minute or two. But all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
My God. It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Huh?
No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
You know each other?
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care. Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
Huh?
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally eat again.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry. She
Huh?
doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you could hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
The fuck? You don't want to talk to me? No one ever wanted to talk to me. What happened?
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
Okay, bye-bye.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. Silence. No one's silence. No one. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. Silence. No one answers. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
No. Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Still no map. Damn, I can level up a lot.
old East Delta Commerce Center. This must be them.
Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and alright. Maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker.
A strange metallic taste fills your mouth as you stare at the intercom.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Hi, it's me again. I want to talk to you.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Just want to explain myself.
It's you. My God, I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
You repeating your words?
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
The voice
Doesn't matter
from
what I
the
say.
intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Your hands are getting cold and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Can we talk now?
Ever since I came to work,
Yep.
as if my mind's been wiped clean.
Nothing.
And then it hits you.
You're
She
recording.
tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder.
Go ahead, ancient recording cry then.
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words.
This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Keep
The
listening.
phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Anyone
No
there?
one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head.
Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
Happening to me?
Strange and alien thought pattern ends. You're left staring at the electronic doorbell.
Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna pay Gart and then end the stream.
Can I help you? Got the 20
Bill.
real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Goodbye. Okay.